We have come together today at Al-Barakah Institute for a program organized by Ad-Dawatu Al-Wahda. And our topic for today is the enemy from the cradle to the grave. Before to Dawat al-Tabligh, and number 3, Tazkiyatun Nafs. Wahda, appreciating the generous support and hard work. May Allah accept all our good deeds and bless us with sincerity.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا إنما يدعو حزبه ليكونوا من أصحاب السعير. صدق الله العظيم. Respected listeners, our brothers and sisters and youngsters, mashallah, today we have gathered here after Salatul Asr to listen to the words of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My brothers and sisters, Islam is a very practical, very pragmatic, user-friendly religion. It has the solution, it has the answers, the cure, remedy for all our problems. From morning till dusk, from birth till death, everything has been explained and expounded and put forward by our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says that inni taraktukum ala shari'atil bayda. I have left you upon a very clear guidance. So each and every one of us, we need to keep this in mind, because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is our role model, and we need to keep that throughout our life, not just in the masjid. Because the problem we have is we pick and choose. We have to be full-time Muslims. The Quran tells us, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu dkhulu fis-silmi kaffa. O believers, enter Islam entirely. Become complete, true, genuine Muslims. Don't be a part-time Muslim. Pick and choose. Because nowadays, we come for Jummah, we'll come for Eid Salah, we'll come for a few days of Taraweehs. In the beginning, at the end, we'll come for the Laylatul Qadr, the Khatm Quran, and finish. Complete. Like on the day of Eid, there was this youngster who came throughout the month of Ramadan. On the day of Eid at Zohar time, I saw him walking opposite the masjid. I was coming towards the masjid and he was walking the other direction. So I said to him, my youngster, come to the masjid. So he said to me, Ramadan finished? I said, Ramadan is finished, Salah is not finished. So we have specified certain things. Like I was in Paris doing a bayan there, and the masjid committee told me we have 16 Eid Jamaat there. 16. I've heard in London there's up to 6. So they had 16. I said, so everybody became Muslim after the sunrise? There was not even few people in Fajr's time. So where do they come from? So basically the problem we have is we have started to pick and choose. And worse than this is we appease ourselves. We make ourselves happy. We are good Muslims. So the Maulvis are, like I'm talking in English, there was this Maulvis I was speaking in Urdu, and he said, he got very passionate and he got very upset as well because there were very less people in the masjid. So he said that Jo log namaz nahi padhte, wo gade hai. Those who don't read salah, they're donkeys. So some of the people, they became upset. So when he concluded his speech, he was leaving the masjid. On the gates of the masjid, some people stopped him. We heard that you called us, because they were not in the masjid, they heard from these people, oh, you who have not come, this Maulvi Sahib has come, and he said, you all donkeys. So they came, they stood outside waiting, they didn't come in the masjid. Why did he call us donkeys for? I didn't call you. But no, we got it recorded. So he started scratching his head. आप लोग ईद की नमाज नहीं पढ़ते? Don't you read Eid namaz and Jummah namaz? कभी कभार पढ़ लेते, sometime. You're not donkeys. So we become happy, we appease ourselves. Like we have Al-Mu'min Nikah service, and in that it has a question, it says, are you practicing? So there's 3 boxes. Practicing, not practicing, trying to practice. So majority of our clients, they will, without any hesitation, without any apprehension, they will take practicing. So on further interrogation, my brother Abu Bakr, you put down practicing. Can you define for me practicing? Shaykh, I read Jummah. Month of Ramadan, I come for the first few tarawihs and the last few. I can't come all of them, you know how he is. Okay, that's his definition of practicing. Sister Aisha, you put down practicing. Can you define practicing? Shaykh, when the month of Ramadan come, I go to the Islamic bookshop, I get a dopatta and put dopatta on my head, the hijab. And when we got this Watts group, Shaykh, some 30 of us there, if somebody dies from our family members, so we do a khatam. So each one gets 1 para, 1 juz. So that's her definition of practicing. So we have started to pick and choose. And that's not Islam. Islam should be from, as I said, from the beginning till the end. From morning till dusk. When we wake up in the morning, how do we wake up? Because the problem we have is like the Quran is saying, وَقَالُوا مَا هِيَ إِلَّا حَيَاتُنَا الدُّنْيَا نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا يُهْلِكُنَا إِلَّا الدَّهْرِ. That is actually mentioning about the atheists. Those people who don't believe in the existence of God. That when they are asked, they say, our life is nothing but we live and we die. Nothing finishes us but time. So what happens is on a typical Saturday, Sunday, we wake up at 10, 11 o'clock. We have the brunch. Then all of us will be watching football commentary. I support Arsenal, I support Tottenham, I support Aston Villa, I support Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City. So when we ask our youngsters, Saturday Shaykh is out of the question. Don't you know that we watch football on that day? So Salah is out of the question. What kind of Muslims we are? Like last year, I think was World Cup football or something. So I had a lecture on that day, at that particular time in a masjid. So the people, even one of my relative viewers, they goes, Bhai Sahib, there'll be nobody in the masjid. So what do you mean? Nobody reads the masjid. Mufti Sahib, Bhai Sahib, don't you know that it's football World Cup final today? So, how did you put your lecture on this day? So I didn't know about this World Cup final. Because are you not interested? I go, no, 22 people kicking a ball. You get so interested in that. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And we support these people, they don't even know we exist. We follow Muhammad Salah and all these Messi and Ronaldo and all this. They don't know even you exist. And then you want to follow them. I said to my students, you're crazy boys and girls. These actors and actresses and film stars and pop stars and music artists and all these that you follow and you're mad about it, you're wasting all your money. And it reminds me, subhanAllah, how much love our beloved Prophet ﷺ has for us. Listen to this. I want your undivided attention. So once our beloved mother, Sayyida Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she says that the Prophet ﷺ came into my chamber, into my hujra, into my room, and I saw him, I observed him, he was very happy. So I seized that opportunity. I said, Ya Rasulullah, will you pray for me? Will you supplicate, do dua for me? So the Prophet ﷺ immediately raised his hand and he said, oh Allah, forgive my Aisha's sin, the private one, the public one, the major one, the minor one, intentional, unintentional. And he continued doing dua. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala says, I was so happy, overjoyed, jubilant, because he was making the dua. I put my head on his lap. And the Prophet ﷺ looked at me, Aisha, is my dua making you happy? Because Ya Rasulullah, you're making dua and it's not going to make me happy. So the Prophet ﷺ said, for your record, oh my Aisha, let me tell you, the dua that I just made for you, I make the same dua every day for my ummati. He hasn't seen us. He hasn't, we haven't seen him, but look at the love he has. And we don't want to follow. I said to my youngsters in our madrasa, I said, you want to follow all these football players and, you have short back and sides and what's wrong with you people? So in our madrasa, one of the conditions is you can't have short back and sides. If you have show parking signs, you can't enter. And the reason why I say that for is because the our madrasa is called Jamia Khatamun Nabiyyin, the university of the last prophet. So you have to have the proper visa. So the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't have show parking sign. Did he have show parking sign? The tram line? Nothing like that, did he? And we didn't used to see, like, nowadays we have all this because fashion changes. And the Prophet ﷺ is our role model. He is everything, and there's no best before date. And we have best before date for honey or shampoo or this and that, and even our clothing as well. You understand? This, Puma's gone, Adidas gone, High Tech is gone, Reebok and Lacoste and this and that. So everything has its time and then it finishes. But the Prophet ﷺ doesn't have a best before date. It's still the day of judgment. He's a role model. So we change all the time. Because when we were young, we used to see in the masjid, there used to be a basket there, and they used to have topi. Do you understand? So if you didn't have a topi, you should pick one up. I saw even in wedding and places like that. So even if somebody didn't have it, they used to take the handkerchief and they used to put it around their head. How can we go inside without headgear? But now everybody wears, everybody comes. I'm not here to pick and choose, to pick on you. No, don't. I'm not here to do that. What I'm trying to say is look at how, society changes. The trend changes, the fashion changes. So now, like last few weeks ago, I was giving a lecture in Milton Keynes, Northampton, and all these African, Somalian, Sudanese brothers sitting in front of me. Nobody had a single person, nobody had a hat on. And I didn't even realize when I was talking, and I looked at them and after the bayan, they all came and hugged me because you opened our eyes. I said the Prophet ﷺ always, if you say you love the Prophet and he's our role model, only time he didn't have a hat on is when he was in the state of ihram, where you can't have a hat on. Even in the marketplace, he was never seen without a hat. Even when we go into the bathroom, one of the adab, the sunnah of going to the bathroom is have a headgear. The ladies should be covering the head when you go to the bathroom to relieve oneself. These are basic etiquettes, but we don't follow. So the point I'm saying here is each and every one of us, we need to really realize, because what we're doing now is Shaitan is clapping his hands. Because every time we hear lecture, we say, okay, we'll think about it. What we need to keep in mind is, what's the takeaway lesson from this lecture that we're hearing now? What are we going to take? When we think about takeaway, we think about Uber Eats, food to go. The pizza and the doner kebab and the masala fish and all these different kind of desserts and everything coming out. Soon there'll be drones. They're thinking, the drones are going to come and drop the food. They're doing it in Ireland and American, states there. And they're going to start doing that. Look how lazy we are. Subhanallah. So lazy people. Somebody asked me, Mufti, how can you go Umrah so often? I said, your fast food that you order,